Bad game right there. I don't know how to play. I gotta learn how to play A on Mirage. Let me see. I'll type it in Google. I mean YouTube. Mirage A holds. Holding A side of Mirage. Alright, you ready? Let's listen to this guy. Show me.
The fight for the future continues.
It's great.
You have no idea.
Hello there, Lucky. For your next episode on Sauce, it would be lovely if you demonstrate the best way to effectively hold down A site, especially for
It'd be lovely if he showed me a crosshair. What is this?
situations where you're smoked out and teammates cannot help you out in time. Yeah, all that stuff. Thank you very much, and keep on uploading the goods, my man.
I wished it was smoke
and
like
yeah,
that.
See ya.
Hey there boys and girls, Lucky here and welcome back to another CSGO them. And the good thing about this is you retake the site. Or some this one. So this is talking about holding down A site as a counterist on Mirage. Especially in regards to when you're smoked off and your teammates cannot help you in time. So just in general, to really quickly go over it, the common spots or spots that you usually play from. You got this one right here.
Yeah.
And this one. So this one is usually a pretty good one because you got like cover you can alternate between and redo the peek or peek from the other side. But then again, if you're trying to retreat, it's also possible to do it like this and then play from CT. So that's usually a spot that's very handy. Of course, some guys they're just like to ninja, which can be helpful if you're playing for retake. In which case you will need a couple of like utility nades, for example like mollies, so teammates can molly out that position back there, maybe under and stuff, so that you can more easily retake the site. So this is more of a defensive position, this is a usual position. Then you also got the one where you can jump up on here and like get an early pick into apps, which is again aggressive, so not theoretically just holding the site. Some people play from up here, which I do not like all that much, like they usually see you first if they come out here because they're further away from the angle than you are.
Yeah.
I did well on Forsaken.
Okay.
You have no idea how terrible that server is.
Oh, why?
You have not even seen, like, you've only seen the tip of what the bullshit that is Forsaken RO is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lazy Eggman,
Everybody
thank you for
is
7, dude.
just- Huh?
Could just fucking buy all the gear.
So I would not really recommend to stay up here, but if you're just hiding behind there, and then again playing defensively and then
Really?
peeking, you might be able to catch someone off guard.
So it's just not balanced.
Like another position that I do like, which is an off-angle position, so you should not play it too often, is this one, because you're able to see them when they're coming out, firing, and you got like cover. You can fall back to Ninja right here. You can fall back behind these boxes, or into right here in the other like noob corner.
I like that spot.
And that's also very nice to have. Some people sometimes play here in eco rounds, just like facing this side with a 5-7 or something like that. Like this, and just waiting for them to come out and then fire, fire, fire. Which can be useful sometimes. It sometimes can work, but usually they come up here. So you always gotta imagine, like, if you would be a terrorist, what would you do? He's coming up right here, checking these spots, and then he's looking right here and then checking down there. So you usually are kind of fucked. Now my favorite spot to play from is usually under right here. So this can be mollied off quite often if you got like decent enemies. They will just... Actually cannot remember, I think you just have to throw it
right
like
there.
this. Yes. And then you'll be mollied. Now what I do when I get mollied is I push up to this part right here. So usually A site is a site that cannot be held very easily if you're alone. So you really want to have a teammate at least on site, so this means not playing up from stairs right here or right here, because of course the question was when the wall of smoke hits. So you got smoke right here, you got another smoke right here, and you got another smoke in CT to cross off the side. Then the guy who's usually playing from there, he's not able to help you anymore. Of course, theoretically you can do something like this, flash yourself in, and then try to get a kill. It pops right behind you, so it should get a couple of people. Also, smoke is kind of hiding it, so this is a useful flash to have if you got smoked out. But usually you will kind of want to stay more on site, just to make it easier. Now, as I said before, when you're getting burned out right here, I usually push up to this position, or just in general I hold from this position, because you can be kind of like defensive here, and then just pop up and fire at them. And the good thing about this is you're not exposing yourself a lot, and also they're exposing like them quite a bit. So this is a spot I very much like, so I use this quite a lot. You also saw it in the ECA pugging video. I'll probably link it in the description down below if you do not forget it. If I do, you guys will probably remember me in the comments anyways. Better said, remind me in the comments anyways, but yeah. So let's talk again about what happens if you're cut off on site and you have to wait for your mates to rotate and you do not really know what you're supposed to do. I mean, you already said it yourself, kind of. The main part, or a really important part about playing the side now, or holding the side now, is to actually stay alive. So you want to play this angle, you want to play this angle, and I said before in my Clash tutorial, if the enemies have the upper hand in numbers, you basically want to push them. But then again, if they're kind of rushing into the side like this, and you haven't planned it yet, or better, I mean, as a CT you do not plan it anyways, but then it's just, you gotta decide really. Do you want to try to go for a pick, or do you want to stay defensively? Usually I'd say you should stay defensively, just like hold an angle like this and wait for them to push around, or as soon as you can hear them push around, fire a couple shots and then go back like this, kind of off the spray, but you get what I mean. Because, so they really have to check lots of angles, and as long as they know trying to fire, if you're trying to fire at this guy right there. So they really have to check lots of angles, and as long as they know that someone is on site, or as long as they haven't seen you, they will be very cautiously, and this will take them a lot more time to clear the site, to clear all the corners and angles, instead of like...
Alright. I learned a couple new spots. 6 queuing still. Oh god, rank S is fucking sucky, man. 5-5 is the score. I'm gonna fucking cry, chat. I'm gonna fucking cry. Have you ever used that aggressive box pick in Palace? I have not. What is that? S. Garrett has a video about how Rain plays A. What makes Rain one of the best Mirage players? What makes Rain one of the best Mirage players?
Stuck with a gift card you don't want this Christmas? Sell it at Raise.com.
Hey guys, Sean here. So today I wanted to discuss how Rain from FaZe plays the A-bomb site on Mirage. Rain is actually a player that doesn't get that much credit when it comes to playing Mirage. He's kind of outshined by some of his teammates. In particular, like Ops are kind of dominant on Mirage, and then Nico is probably one of the best connector players in the world as well. So Rain often does get outshined, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he has massive performances. And
show me,
guys. So prior to going over how Rain solos the Mirage A bomb site, I need to explain to you guys why he does some of the things he does.
Okay.
And the best way to do that is by using this round and showing you what happens in middle.
Is water wet? No. And yeah, news on your other server. Hopefully tonight,
CT,
but probably not. Probably tomorrow night.
The T's are running a default, trying to get mid control.
Derek Michael.
CT's push back and
Possum
fight
Slayer.
a little bit. And
Jack
in this
Jekyll,
scenario,
Prozac, C. Baxley, like some subs, Lazy GG, or yes, Lazy Eggman,
and relinquishing it to SK. So let's see what happens right here in middle, and then I'll explain to you why Rain is doing the things he's doing, and we can dive into a lot of the theory behind what Rain does. So we have a smoke top mid from SK, a molly connector, flash out mid, another flash out mid, basically to blind people pushing. So all of this is just, you know, to not get picked when they go up mid. They're throwing a molly connector, a smoke top mid, and then from the CTs, we're going to see Nico throw a one-way connector, and he's going to be looking underpass, using a one-way smoke. And Alu is going to be opping the, I believe he's opping the left side from his perspective of this top mid smoke. And he's just holding that. He's kind of shooting through, but he can't really do much because people could be one-waying on top of those mid boxes now at this point. So you can see he's kind of falling off of the window. He has no choice. There's a lot of other quirky plays he could have done. They could also have an op push off cap for more info. I mean, there's dozens of things you can do, but this is just one scenario. You know, there's millions of scenarios on defaults, and how CTs fight back for mid control, how Ts fight for it. But this is probably the most common, especially if you're in matchmaking or if you're in lower leagues. You're going to see a lot of this right here. So I think it's a really good example to show. So you can see SK is waiting it out, waiting it out, waiting it out. And eventually, what we're going to have is Alu, you can see him number 7 on radar. He's going to end up leaving and going ticket. And when he does that, you can see number 8, which is Rain, move into the site. And then Nico is swiveling between now jungle and connector. And he's kind of holding both of them. Meanwhile, the 2 players are nested inside the B-bomb site. So this is pretty common when it comes to rotations at the top level on CT Mirage. And with that in mind, let's take a look at.
I need to see
always does this exact Molotov, by the way. It's a perfect Molotov on the run every round. Once that he plays.
I'll show you throws it. Show me how you throw it, Rain.
Rain always does this exact Molotov, by the way. It's a perfect Molotov on the run every round that basically covers the entire ramp. And he throws that so no one can just run up the ramp and pick him. And he also moves a couple extra steps towards the default in case someone tries to pick him anyway.
Molotov, yeah.
Now it's very important that damage. He moves toward a light count.
Just show me the spots.
Protect up. And 30 seconds of the round is he's allowing his team to get information. He's basically playing the A bomb site in a way where he's letting.
Let's see. So he plays by default. He plays pretty wide angle triple. He plays this box. Hey, I like that box. I'm gonna start using that. He plays where I play, and then he plays on top of ticket. Yeah, but where do you go when the smokes are gone?
Mid people tell him what's going on. He's letting the B people tell him what's going on, so that way his team can be better set up to, counter the hit that happens
like this
on
spot.
The actual bomb site, or counter the mid control that happens. So by doing this, what he's doing is he's basically allowing. Typically, the cat player would be with, the connector and jungle player, but perhaps SK showed a lot of upper B presence, which they're going to be.
Show me Rain stuff.
So you can see they're clearing out mid.
He's playing passive.
Smoke's faded.
They're playing retake.
And here comes Alu through spawn. Rain moves into the bomb site through default under Balk. And this is just standard rotations right here from FaZe. So we're going to see this time and time again, actually in this the third fight. And this is what I was talking about in the prior clip, is typically you'll see Oppers take the risk that no one's going to come out Palace. What we're going to see is Taco's going to come out Palace and punish him. It's a really good play by Taco. And A-Halls lurkers in general catch basically Rain by coming out of halls, taking out Alu. And you can see Rain repositions immediately. Because now he has to worry about Palace, halls, and connector. Catches fallen in the open. Knows Taco's Palace. Knows Cold's jungle based on comms. And he singles out the fights one by one. So, again, late round, Rain moving into the bomb site. Using the angles around default and under balcony really, really well.
I can do that. No problem. I can do that, chat. What's the score now? 6-8. Okay. We're about to get half here. Just want to play one game of Rank S.